What it is.
Definitely. But speaking of, hypocrites, in the NFL and Jay-Z and Roc Nation, Sally Hazelgrove, who's the founder of the Crushers Club, is one of the two charities splitting the 400,000 donations from Jay-Z's Roc Nation in the NFL, was forced to apologize for two tweets posted in 2016. Now, the people on YouTube, you're going to be able to see this on your screen. It's her, pretty much cutting the dreadlocks off of a teen. And she's getting a lot of backlash, but the teen actually spoke out, and she spoke out. She said, out of 500 youth going through our doors, I cut two young men's hair because they asked me to. We are a family structure, and so I did it, and I didn't really think about it. Hazelgrove told the USA Today. She said she tweeted about it without much thought. It's hair, but I regret it now, and I promise you I will not be doing that again. Again, this was a person who said that they were cutting their hair. They allow her to cut their hair, to symbolize like change and moving on from that lifestyle. Ironically, Jay-Z has dreadlocks. What is your thoughts on this, man, and them getting backlash from this?
I could see how they could. Okay, so they said that they were cutting the dreadlocks to move on from what lifestyle?
Just moving on from gangs and stuff like that, just coming out of that lifestyle and turning their life over.
So so for somebody like me in particular, I got alopecia that had really no relevance to the conversation, but somebody that holds hair with importance and understands the historical significance of hair,
right?
I find it troubling to just walk out of the streets and get rid of your hair. But if that's something that you signified to something negative and you decide to get rid of it, more power to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hold any negative feeling toward this lady for doing what she did, but she made a mistake.
Yeah.
Can't cut the hair and show that shit on Twitter in 2019 because motherfuckers ain't gonna understand it, whether you get a proper perspective or not. It looks like you doing some crazy shit. They got there walking,
especially a white lady.
Don't look good.
And then it's like, this person, pretty much was saying that it was years ago, and I guess they associated the dreadlocks with them gangbanging. It was time they was gangbanging. So I mean, that's their own personal thing. It could be somebody who wears dreadlocks and attributes that to success or spirituality. It would never cut their dreads. So that's their own personal thing. I think people were mad about the fact that the people that Jay-Z's Roc Nation was joining up with, wasn't vetted properly before, you get somebody in there. Now everything, starts to come out about what they did. Tweets, we see that stuff resurfacing. So, this whole thing with Jay-Z, man, is just, it's a roller coaster. Every other week, it's like a new story coming out. Ultimately, we want to see some good, come out of it.
You begged the question a year ago, with Jay-Z's rising success even more and more, are they going to start coming for Jay-Z? Is this them coming for Jay-Z? Or is this just him coming and just his rise in success even more and the things you got to deal with, in your opinion?
I think these are not them really coming for him, because when they come. They're gonna drop the weight, but they have to have something to come for. I just think that this is like, since he's kind of really moving into the political arena, even whether he says it or not.
Nah, he is.
Yeah. These things like this, everything is going to be scrutinized. Like, okay, this is your partner. Oh shit, they said something about this group of people, 6 years ago. Apologize or else. Oh shit, this lady right here from the Crushers Club, founder of the Crushers Club, was cutting, a black teen's dreadlocks off, but Jay-Z wears dreadlocks in that meeting. So it's just like, what are you really saying? And the thing is, I think about it, Sam, man, is that the symbol, when you see the picture, I don't know if you've seen the picture yet.
I haven't. No.
You haven't. This the way it looks, and they always say, like, no matter what the article says, no matter what happened, no matter the teen came out and said they was tired of gangbang and they want to change their life, it looks like a white lady cutting off the dreads of a black teen, and you're partnered up, or the beneficiary, of the Jay-Z social change thing. It just don't look right. It
gave me the feeling of thought of last November, if I'm not mistaken, the young brother in Buna that was wrestling and got the referee. That's the same image and vision that I remembered and I got, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is up with these people? Now, like I said, the response, okay, you could believe it, but it still don't look good. It still don't look right. I don't know how much blame Jay-Z should take or is going to take, but just his name associated with it, it's going to give people cause to pause and reason.
That's company, Roc Nation. You can't disassociate yourself, from something that goes on with your company. You know what I mean? So it's, I think that symbolically, it's definitely a real big deal. But in the overall scope of things, I don't think that it's going to derail what Jay-Z's trying to do. It's just right now, it's a black eye. I'm sure they moved on from it and other people will. But it just goes to show you, man, you got to vet, people in your circle or people that you're splitting money with or donating money to or whatever when you're in that type of arena like Jay-Z, because it's going to come out and it's not going to look good.
People falling victim to that cell phone, man. If that was something genuinely you wanted to do for the kindness of your heart to move forward, that shit ain't got to be broadcasted, man. Keep that shit off the social media.
Wait till you see how this lady looks, man.
It looks terrible.
You got to see that picture, man. But nah, man, you tuned in to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother, Old God, and Sam, man. We going in today on this Monday. If you're enjoying the content, we need you to do us a favor. If you wish, please go ahead and hit the 5-star rating. That definitely helps, rank the podcast. Also, if you want to enjoy the next podcast that we drop, you're enjoying the content, make sure that you hit that subscribe button there on your screen and make sure you get the future podcasts as we drop them 4 times per week. Now, Murder Mook, Sam, man, said he was in a battle.
Yeah.
And, swung on somebody, man.
Shit got physical, man. That was at URL Summer Impact Reloaded. Murder Mook and Calico were battling Briz Rothstein and T-Top. And wow, I don't know if it was, I think Calico was spitting. You seen who was going on. Briz Rothstein started grabbing at Murder Mook. Murder Mook took a section, immediately started swinging on him. Boom. If y'all seen the footage, y'all know what I'm talking about. We're not going to show the footage because we don't know how licensing and clearing is right now, but go check that out, right? It was a brawl, melee that erupted out there, right on stage. A huge black eye for URL. One of URL veteran or battle rap veterans, Hollow the Dawn, has some things to say. I'm going to play a little bit of what he said and then get your thoughts on this.
I rushed way to LB back crib to watch the joint. I didn't even get to see it. I heard the nigga Mook punch Briz. I don't care what the situation is. We must control ourselves. If we professionals at this shit, you got to control your feelings no matter what we doing. If it's boxing, rap, basket, like control your feelings, especially if you a vet, a legend, like that shit uncalled for. I don't care what happened. We not in the streets. If you want to be a street nigga, it's a lot of money out here. Go in the streets, nigga, and do the street. Battle rap is not to prove you street. So I don't know why niggas be swinging, getting tough, getting extra. Just go for both sides. It's not loopy. It's not mixy. Y'all fucking the Gwitty up. This is a big fact. I'm done, man. Niggas is wildin'. Step up your emotional intellect.
Yeah, man, I agree, with a large percentage of where he's coming from. I agree with that whole thing. Like, you have to be able, to hold your composure in a situation like that. You're one of the top guys at this sport right here. And no matter what, I mean, you've done this so many times, and you know that anytime you're holding, events at these different arenas and you got to run them out, and, the threat of violence comes, somebody get hurt. Not to say that anybody did, but somebody probably could have. Yeah. And then it puts a black eye on, URL, puts a black eye, on us as a people in any future event, because people do not want to hold these type of events in their venue if staff and things, it's too much liability. Somebody gets hurt, now they want to sue. So I agree with that 110%, what Hollow's talking about. I also understand the element, though, that's created with the battle rap. And it happens sometimes, guys is going at each other, taking low blows at people. And then it's like, once you touch somebody in a certain type of way, it can really pop off. It's almost like slap boxing. You slap box and then somebody just hits you the wrong type of way. And next thing you punch them and y'all getting into it. So, yeah, Mook, I love Mook. Been watching the dude for 15 plus years now, rooting for him. But you definitely have to, be a little bit more smart in that situation, because like he said, you messing up the bag at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more with everything you said. You hit it right on the head. And when you look at a veteran like Mook, you're surprised. Now, I watched it a lot, and yeah, that would have pissed me off too, getting pushed like that. But to go ahead and take it all the way there and strike and just let chaos go ahead and erupt because you just let your emotions boil over. It's like, damn, I know he regretted that afterwards, that he just didn't let cooler heads prevail. When you look at a situation in battle rap where it's already kind of scary for these motherfuckers to rent out the venue as it is, you already had to grind and do everything you had to do to create this proper, what's the word I'm looking for, to create the proper, damn, I lost my word that I'm looking for, but just to have the right energy to get into these places and have the right money to get into these places. You see Cassidy facing Arsenal October 6th to TLA. That's going to be a huge event. Little things like this happening and it getting out doesn't look good for the culture, doesn't look good for the sport.